Level 56, Frostbite. Survival difficulty, Class 5E, Environmental. Unsafe, Entity Adaptation. Unsecure, Climate Hazard, Medium Entity Count. Level 56 is the 57th level of the Backrooms. The level consists of a circular cave system made of ice and rock, where the temperature decreases the closer an individual gets to the cave's center. Description: Level 56 is a circular cave system made of smooth blue ice, with a light of unknown origin shining through it and illuminating the level. The floor of level 56 consists of wet, rocky terrain that is difficult to traverse and seems to extend downwards forever. This leveled terrain does not significantly increase or decrease in height, but still varies much more than the level's ceiling. The outer sections of level 56 are mostly survivable with the right equipment, although the freezing temperatures that range from 32 degrees Fahrenheit, footnote, 0 degrees Celsius, to negative 459.67 degrees Fahrenheit, footnote, negative 273.15 degrees Celsius, or absolute zero, can inflict frostbite and often death upon unprepared or inexperienced wanderers. The level's anomalous nature also proves to be a challenge, as heat sources above 150 degrees Fahrenheit cannot be generated. A variety of elements in their liquid state have been found inside the ice on level 56, such as nitrogen, helium, oxygen, and hydrogen, some of which can pose as a threat to wanderers. Most of these liquids are colorless, odorless, and radiate a gas of the same element as the liquid. Do not consume any liquid found on the level without checking its contents first. Wooden crates can be found throughout level 56, containing medical supplies, axes, crowbars, oxygen tanks, cold suits, and warm clothing. The cold suits within these crates, similar to modern-day spacesuits, allow wanderers to withstand the coldest parts of level 56. Cold-resistant thermoses can be found within these crates, containing liquids such as almond water and nitrogen. Although useful, crates found within level 56 are often nailed shut and require specialized tools to remove them. While moving towards the center core of the level, the ice will start to compact and take on rigid formations. The terrain will smoothen, becoming more level and proving less challenging to walk on. Icicles may form on the ceiling of the intersections. These icicles can fall, startling and possibly injuring wanderers or other entities. The ice here can also be potentially fatal when contact is made. Although it cannot melt, the ice will freeze water molecules on the place of contact, essentially welding the two contact points together. This has proven to be extremely painful, and is only treatable if the contact point is amputated. The areas closer to the center of level 56 are primarily unexplored due to them not being survivable without proper equipment. Within about 90 meters of the core, the climate is comparable to that of outer space. The air within the environment will start to freeze, transforming from a gas into a liquid, and making oxygen intake without specialized equipment impossible. This will also fill the bottom of the level with about an inch of liquid oxygen. Frozen fossils of dead entities can also be found throughout this area, and some have been heavily wrapped in a silk-like material. As one approaches the center of level 56, the previously liquefied air will be frozen solid, and the subject will be able to see into a circular room nicknamed the Singularity. The room has several large holes in its ceiling, letting a significant amount of light in. The Singularity rests at a constant state of absolute zero temperature, freezing the air in the room and creating a natural vacuum chamber. Contact with the floor of the Singularity should be avoided, as it will drain the heat of wanderers in the room even faster. If a wanderer is exposed to the climate in this part of the level without any form of protection, they will almost immediately freeze to death. Entities. Although scarce, entities can be found in the inner and outer rings of level 59. Entities within level 56 have adapted to the cold and evolved to survive even the level's center areas. Some entities have been observed covered in thick, white fur. Entities have also been seen digging into the ice that makes up level 56, creating burrows and tunnels where the entities can thrive. It is advised that wanderers stay away from these burrows, as they will likely contain hostile entities. A surplus of death rats and death moths can be observed on this level. However, other entities have also been reported. A spider-like entity has been seen around the center of level 56. Like many other entities within the level, it has mutated to survive the cold and is covered in thick, white fur. The entity's behavior has not been extensively researched, and it is unknown if the entity derives from an already documented creature, or if it is entirely unique to the level. So far, the entity has been seen tunneling through the ice in the level's ceiling and attacking smaller creatures. It is theorized that the unexplored expanse above level 56 is this entity's territory, explaining why it has such rare sightings. Bases, outposts, and communities. The MEG has set up 2 different research bases on opposite ends of level 56, connected via radio. All wanderers recruited into the MEG's exploratory missions of level 56's center must wear one of the adapted cold suits found within the level's supply crates. MEG, Major Explorer Group, Glacial Outpost A. Glacial Outpost A acts as a retrieval point for exploration groups. Red flags can be found leading from the central area of level 56 to this outpost. Rescue teams are rarely dispatched from Glacial Outpost A to help wanderers or assist in failed exploratory missions. Due to the absence of heat within the level, operatives in Outpost A are equipped with various weapons that do not need heat to function. MEG, Major Explorer Group, Glacial Outpost B. Glacial Outpost B acts as a dispatch and research station for the evidence gathered by specialists in the center of level 56. Explorers are sent out from this outpost and return to Outpost A after the exploration is finished. Entrances and exits. Entrances. Level 56 can be accessed by no-clipping through a noticeably colder section of level 8, or by walking into a cavern found on level 93, level -5, level 420, or level 135. A cavern entrance can also be found inside the freezers on level 55. Exits. The only known exit in level 56 consists of a widened cavern with snowy terrain leading to level 57. Research logs. Singularity Exploration Video Log. Preface. On the 30th of November, 2024, an exploration group from Glacial Outpost B attempted to exit level 56 to the top of the Singularity Room. Their mission was unfortunately cut short due to a sudden series of casualties and the discovery of an unknown entity. Mission Operatives. Alicia McCarthy, Head Researcher. Lynn West, Medical Specialist. Alan Mercia, Researcher. Lee Moreno, Equipment Specialist. Equipment List. 4 EMU spacesuit exploration suits. One has been provided for each operative. 2 ice pick spears designed to break through the ceiling of the Singularity. 8 oxygen tanks, 2 per operative. Cameras with audio recording built into each operative's suit. 4 radios used for communication between the group and both glacial outposts. Begin transcript. The group reaches the Singularity 2 hours and 42 minutes after leaving Glacial Outpost B.
Alright, you got the stuff? Yeah, it's all here.
Moreno hands one of the ice pick spears to McCarthy, and they position themselves slightly outside the center of the room. The two start stabbing the ceiling with the spears, and the ice crumbles apart. Suddenly, an object falls through one of the makeshift holes, immediately freezing and promptly shattering on the ground. One of the pieces punctures the leg of West's suit. He screams in pain as the burning cold overtakes his leg. As the pain turns to numbness, West's cries subside.
Get the fucking tourniquet! It's in the bag!
McCarthy immediately reaches into the bag and fumbles around as West begins to fall unconscious. She finds the tourniquet and wraps it around West's leg. McCarthy then attempts to radio for assistance. Moreno moves closer to study the fallen object. The face of a mutated death rat was protruding from the object's side. He reached out with a glove and touched the silky web wrapped around the entity. The substance was frozen solid and had crystallized around the death rat. A large chunk of it had broken off and impaled West during its fall.
Hello? Anyone copy? There's some object up here. I don't know. It's shattered and we need medical assistance at the Singularity ASAP.
After a few seconds of silence, a voice picks up over the radio.
What's the problem? We need help at the Singularity. Send a medic or something. Alright, let me find someone. I'll send him over.
The clanking of a chair being pushed against the ground is heard, and then footsteps as the researcher walks away. McCarthy paces back and forth as Moreno tries to wake West up. Not long after, another voice picks back up on the radio microphone.
Alright, what's the situation here? His Zook got punctured. We're the Singularity. We've got his upper leg in a tourniquet right now, but his lower leg's not looking too good, and he's passed out. Can he still stand on it? Doc, his leg is covered in ice.
A moment of silence passes as the situation sets in. Suddenly, West groans and tries to sit up.
I can't feel my leg. It's alright, son. Try to stand on it. The others will help you. Get over to Outpost B as soon as possible. Doc, I don't think... No, I can do it. Just help me up, dude.
Moreno sighs but grabs West's hand and pulls him up to his level. McCarthy does the same.
It doesn't hurt at all. That's good. Try to put some weight on it. Don't push yourself.
West adjusts himself and lowers down onto his injury. The other two operatives watch in horror as West's leg shatters into pieces, completely detaching from his upper thigh. West notices the shift in his weight and looks down, seeing his detached leg in shards on the ground.
What the hell happened? I tried to fucking tell you, Doc. Get him to an outpost already. West, we gotta go.
West says nothing and continues staring at the frozen chunks of his leg. The blood had already crystallized.
West, please, come on. Moreno, we have a problem.
McCarthy motions to the opposite side of the cavern, and the other two turn to look. Initially, both were silent with confusion, but then they saw the spider-like creature that had begun to crawl out of the ceiling. The being was attempting to break free from the burrow to get to the group. The beast was coated in ice, and making a noise that was less of a sound, but more of a vibration. It was using echolocation. West tried to move, but soon realized his other leg was frozen to the ground.
I can't.
Moreno tried pulling West back from the spot he was stuck to, but West wouldn't budge as more pieces of his wounded leg fractured and broke off. The creature freed itself from the wall and began to run full speed at the group.
We gotta fucking go right now! Leave him!
Moreno did not hesitate, but did look back to see the spider pounce on West and tear open his already damaged suit. His screams flooded the cave, alerting more entities to their presence. End transcript. McCarthy and Moreno safely made it back to Glacial Outpost B, and several flaws with their suits were noted that need to be addressed before a second exploration can be carried out. West's body was never discovered, although remains of his leg were.